Our teacher walked up to the dumbest student and asked, "You're not blind? Why are you wearing sunglasses?" Rhonda shook her head, kept her head down. I said, "Take them off." "I can't." "You can and you will. No sunglasses in my classroom." Rhonda's hands went to the frames, held them against her face. "Please, I need them. You need to see the board. You need to pass this test. You don't need to look like you're at the beach." Mrs. Porter held out her hand. "Give them to me." I watched from 2 rows over. Rhonda had been weird all week, quiet, flinching when people got too close, wearing those sunglasses everywhere, hallways, cafeteria, even the bathroom. "Mrs. Porter, just let her wear them," I said. "Stay out of this. She's not bothering anyone. She's bothering me." Mrs. Porter leaned closer to Rhonda. "Last chance. Take them off or I'm taking them off for you." Rhonda was shaking now. I could see her hands trembling against the frames. "I can't take the test without them." "You can't take the test with them. That's the rule." "Please." Mrs. Porter grabbed them. Rhonda screamed, tried to hold on, but Mrs. Porter yanked them off her face. The whole class went silent. Rhonda's eyes, or where her eyes should have been, were swollen shut. Purple, black, yellow at the edges. Her whole face was bruised, cuts on her eyebrow. Split lip I hadn't noticed under the frames. She looked like she'd been beaten with a bat. Mrs. Porter stumbled backward. What happened to you?" Rhonda didn't answer. She was crying now, tears leaking from swollen slits. Mrs. Porter looked at the sunglasses in her hand, turned them over, and froze. Written on the inside of the lenses, tiny numbers, formulas, answers. "You were cheating?" Rhonda's voice cracked. "I couldn't see. I couldn't study. My eyes were swollen shut all night. I didn't know what else to do." "Who did this to you?" Silence. "Rhonda, who hurt you?" She shook her head. I stood up, walked to her desk, knelt down beside her. "Rhonda, who did this?" She looked at me through those swollen slits. "Broken. Ms. Hutchins." The room went cold. Ms. Hutchins, the school-appointed math tutor. The one Rhonda had been seeing 3 times a week since September. The one the school forced her to work with after she failed the first exam. "The tutor?" My voice didn't sound like mine. Rhonda nodded. "She hits me when I get answers wrong. Says I'm stupid. Says I deserve it." She touched her face. "I got a lot wrong this week." I looked around the room. Every guy was already standing. Marcel, Devin, Spencer, Jalen, even the quiet kids in the back. Marcel spoke first. "What room number?" Rhonda blinked. "What? Mr. Hutchins. What room number is she in right now?" "Room 114. She has office hours until—" Marcel cracked his knuckles. Devin rolled his neck. Spencer was already walking toward the door. Mrs. Porter stepped forward. "Boys, sit down. I'll handle this through proper channels." "Proper channels let this happen," Marcel said. Proper channels assigned her that tutor. They walked out, all 7 of them. Mrs. Porter grabbed the phone, called security, called the principal. But room 114 was closer than the main office. We heard the yelling from down the hall, then the crash, then more yelling. Ms. Hutchins was escorted out in handcuffs that afternoon. The boys got suspended for a week. When they came back, Rhonda hugged every single one of them. Marcel just shrugged and took a hit from his geek bar.